This review has been brought to you in part by Main Irish Airsoft and ICS. Welcome back to Oddie's Airsoft. It's review time again. Stop moaning, all you people out there wanting to see action videos. They're coming. It just takes time to get around to doing these things. But today's another review. And we're reviewing something that's a little bit different. Now, most people who go airsofting, they take out an AEG, usually an M4 or an M14 style gun. Maybe a pistol as a backup, and it works very well for them. A lot of people are beginning to move over to 203 grenade launchers underslung on their gun, on their main gun, their AEG. Some people are now also moving over to the new sort of S-Thunder pistols that we've reviewed before and we love. And again, it gives just a whole different balance to their armoury. It gives them a bit more of a fun factor when they play and a bit of a wow factor when these things go off. But ICS have brought out a new thing called the GLM, which stands for the ICS Grenade Launcher model. As you can already guess, I have it slung around here. I'm going to bring it out in a second, but what I'm going to talk to you about is probably one of the most defining CQB weapons you can buy for airsofting. Now, CQB, admittedly, has not been my bag up until now. I only went on my first CQB adventure the other day, and I have to say I was totally rocked by it. It was awesome. Very scary, up close and personal, and we were in a site that runs on full auto at CQB level, which most sites do single shot only. Not going to get into the rights and wrongs of that, it's just how this site works, and they work it very well, and I have to say it made for very intense battling. So I brought with me my MP9R, which, given the time of year, is very cold. I was bound to have a few problems with the green gas in it. I moved over to my main AEG because I just didn't have enough mags with me for my MP9R as it stands. I'm going to rectify that. So I moved over to my main AEG, but I carried this as a backup. Now, as I said, it doesn't get better looking than this. Now, this is ICS's move into a very, very interesting market. As I said, we're going to take a really close look at it in a few minutes. Exceptionally well made, very Gucci looking. Gucci's my in word, as I'm sure you've guessed. But this thing absolutely rocks. Now, in the right environment, this will pawn. I say in the right environment, this is not an open field weapon. It's not an open field gun. It will not stand toe to toe with any AEG. It's not designed for that. This is designed for a support weapon for a room clearing device, and it does it very, very well. So if you've got a team or a squad, or are playing with a team, and you want to sort of set up in a corner of a room and you know you're going to get hit, this is a great way from stopping anyone coming in the door. Now, the problem with most launchers are they're a single shot. This takes 6 grenades. Initially I was very worried about the weight of it, but when I got it into my hand, I found out very quickly it's as light as a feather due to its plastic polymer body. Now, it was made mainly of plastic. There are a few metal parts, bits and pieces where it's needed, but generally it is plastic, and you might think that's tacky at first. It's not. It certainly doesn't feel tack, but what it does, it keeps the weight of it down. If it was made of any more metal, you just wouldn't be able to lug this thing around. It'd be too heavy. As it stands, with 6 203 grenades in it, it's heavy enough. But as I said, it's awesome. Now, it runs on a spring mechanism, and you twist the barrel around and you wind it up. There's 2 ways of doing that, which I will show you later on in the vid. And what that does, it tensions the spring so that it automatically revolves. So it runs off no gas, no power. It's purely manual, and it works fine. Now, this spring in here, there's a little spring you can adjust in here, and that will allow you to tighten up the spring if you feel it's not moving as fast or it's not doing the complete revolution that you want. You can actually tighten that up. Haven't had the need to do that because out of the box it's perfect. Comes with a full stock, which is nice and strong. It also comes with an adjustable stock, because you can then put some lift on it and still shoulder it. All in all, a superb piece of kit, and I'm very impressed with ICS for their first attempt at moving into this particular market. And what they've done, because of the way they've designed it and made it, and because it's mainly plastic, they've been able to keep this as cheap as chips for what you're getting. The most expensive part, in fairness, is going to be your grenades. Now if you already have the grenades, great, you're sorted. If you don't have any grenades, buying 6 of them in one go, ouch, it's not going to be cheap. My love for S Thunder products still grows. I would recommend you use the S Thunder grenades. They're the ones I'm using. But as I said, as you can see from the demonstration of me firing it, some of the shells were half filled, some of them were fully filled. The reason being, I'm actually in my backyard and I don't want to disturb the neighbours too much, so a few popping off at full whack and a few at half whack might get me away with it. So in the field you'd have them fully filled and loaded up with BBs, and you'd get a nice spray as you fire. So as I said, purely for demonstration reasons only, a little bit different. The great thing is, when you're reloading, it's just a matter of opening it like so. There's a little pulley here that allows you to open it, and closing it is the exact same thing. That's locked. To load it, take out your grenades and then twist to wind it up, close, and that's her ready to go again. The launcher comes with 2 QD points for your sling. This makes it nice and easy for carrying, transitioning around on your back, and it makes it nice and comfortable to carry. When it's loaded like this and you're carrying another pistol, it's very easy to drop that one down, swing this one around, because you're expecting to be breached in a room. And as I said, I'm very impressed, very, very impressed. So if you're a CQB artist, unlike me, it's a must-buy, in my opinion. If you're part of a team that's into CQB, one of the guys should have this as a backup, for as a support weapon for the team. But other than that, if you're just a tart who likes to collect all things beautiful and sexy and violent, hey, it doesn't get better than this. You can check this out at Main Irish Airsoft. And I want to thank them for letting me have a look at this and be one of the first airsofters in Ireland anyway to rock out with one of these in the field as a field test. So this has been Oddie's Airsoft, and thanks again to the guys at Main Irish Airsoft.